Hey guys, Jake Creates back again with another video. Today we will be talking about the X-class solar flares that have just hit, as well as confidence and power. So I'm gonna go ahead and ring us in with our tuning fork. This is a solar plexus tuning fork. And it has a lot to do with the message today. So if you want to sit back and relax and just kind of breathe this in and tune in, this is your check-in point for today. Setting the intention of becoming more confident and clearing out doubts and worries. All right. How's everybody doing? Feel free to leave a message in the comments and just let me know what you've been experiencing in relation to these things, or just on your own. I'm always curious to see as many perspectives on the topic as I can. So the theme for me around these X-class waves have been confidence. I've definitely been picking up on a lot about cleaning your space out. If it does not serve you, get rid of it. Get rid of it, clean it, cut it out. That's habits, spaces, people, situations. A lot came up with these flares around transmuting these blockages into power and finding your own sense of being. So this showed up in many ways this week. The first one was, as these waves were hitting, physically I'd feel like fatigue, which has been pretty normal with these waves thus far for the most part. I would experience my abdomen, like right here, it would feel like tight. Below it, it would feel kind of not as strong in the middle as I would say it usually has been, or at least has been in the past. Maybe I am just noticing that because of the energy moving through. It's been really awesome though to kind of focus on this aspect of what I like to call the power self, right? And this was a week of finding a balance between confidence and arrogance. Those are, of course, being the two extremes way out here, but some of you will fall naturally, or because your upbringing more on the arrogant side. Some will fall more on the disempowered side of things. I've found that being someone that is highly empathic, I have kind of cowered down to energies surrounding me, people, situations, and it's kind of coming up that this was my programming. This is my default settings. Go ahead and smash the like if you're ready to break out of your default settings now. I know I am. It shows up around us, and a lot of these things are coming up for us to grow into our new selves, right? Inwardly, we're being renewed day by day. So, work situations, family member situations, living environments, all these types of things are the ways that the Matrix tries to get a hold of us and wreak havoc on our energy. Now, in the past, I've kind of put that on the back burner and just kind of said, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And honestly, it hasn't seemed like it, depending on the time period. But one thing that really came up for me is we are communicating to our inner child or our younger selves right now. And we're going into fall, and we're letting go of a lot of things that don't serve us, right? AKA cleaning them up, and we are gathering the resources that we need to move forward on this journey right now. So I was kind of meditating on what the core root of the issue was going on in my sacral energy here, in my solar plexus rather, and I kind of realized in the past I was spending a lot of time alone, in the silence, outdoors. I was journaling every day, and I had that communication, with the higher self, with God. And since then, I've had different energies around me, and we'd all like to shut out the negativity and whatnot. Now, there's such a thing as running from ourselves and what we need to hear, or maybe what we should look at out in the world and pay attention to, versus being fearful or drained. I am realizing that a lot of what I've been dealing with has been being drained of that energy and giving my power away. Now, there's a couple ways that I've seen this happen. I've seen myself reacting to others and giving them too much merit. I've seen myself maybe even addressing a problem, but not setting it as a clear thing that I will or will not deal with. And I've seen this in me holding space for myself and time and energy to take care of myself. But the main way I've really noticed it has been focus and concentration. So when we're dealing with focus and concentration, we are talking about energy here. We're not talking about, in the large sense of it, just thoughts. So that is why right now it is crucial to decide what you will and won't grow again, what you will and won't continue to grow or to fight. I would say that right now, for instance, I've been thinking about all of my hobbies and things that I like to do. And I've been thinking about how I have not held my space for my artistic expression in the form of drawing, or I have not explored painting. These are all things that we have to decide, what's important on. But the thing that has been super empowering this week and breaking out of this kind of intensity and hopelessness that you see projected all around is that I can be out here and in this world, and I can also, go within and hold space for myself to do that and set boundaries to do that, because I know I deserve it. And I know that it is not me being selfish. The world will try and tell you that you're being selfish, right? And everything's in a scale, but is it selfish of me to not give merit to gossip around me, or to block it out, and not react to people that are wanting me to engage in that? No, that is just wisdom. That is knowing that my thoughts and your thoughts are directing energy in a way that it will go. So if I'm not where I'm at, I guess I'll say, if I'm not where I want to be at, then what benefit does it create to dwell in that energy instead of moving past that and envisioning things? And not only envisioning things, but we begin to need to step into action. I feel like that's a lot about what these X flares are about as well, is that if you say you want to do something, if you feel drawn, if you feel guided to do it, not to cower down to what everyone else might think around you. Family, friends, any of these things have the potential to hold you back from where you're supposed to be. But you can't let that get in the way. You can't feel bad for these people who are holding you back, or situations, because they have the same opportunity to ride with you and rise, or they won't. But at some point you need to decide what you're going to do about that. I know I'm speaking to someone out there. I could feel that strongly right now. But yes, cutting away things and pruning things that are not fruitful in your life, whether it be a habit, or even it might take the form of a pleasant distraction. But is that the thing that you came here to do? Or is that something you're doing to pass time, or because you just feel upset and you don't want to go inward and do the inner work? Now, as things amplify with these X waves, because there will be more of them, this is not the last of this, you're going to have to decide if you're ready to leave the old world, the old self behind, and become renewed, or if you're going to stay stuck and stay feeling stuck. Now, this is our gift, is that we all have free choice and free will to do whatever we see fit. However, not everything is going to help us, and it's not everything is going to help the collective either. So when it comes to the power self, a big part of what I feel is managing this wisdom well is deciding what is something that is serving the greater collective and serving versus serving only the self. Now, a lot of people who are raised to be people pleasers, which, I guess I would say I kind of fall into, is sometimes what needs to be said or done is not the thing in that moment that is going to feel good to that person, situation, or thing that is holding you back, but that also can be the thing that is holding the other person back. For example, if you're dealing with, let's just say, someone in the bouts of any type of addiction, and you're close to them, and it's affecting you, and you hang out with them every day. Well, over time, that's going to begin to affect you, and eventually, if it's bad enough, you won't be able to be around that person anymore. You will drain all your energy either trying to avoid their addiction or to keep them comfortable in it, or you're going to have that difficult conversation. And if you do that, they might say, why can't you just accept, the way things are or whatnot? But that's when you have to decide, is this serving me when they won't step towards a direction that I know that they are supposed to, or what is good for them? Is it serving them? And responding accordingly, holding your energy and your boundaries of saying, no, I will not cower down to this. I will not put this aside because it is affecting me and it is affecting you. Another message I got, and this one's for my warriors out there, is now is the time to crush your enemies. And I don't say that as in physical violence. I'm saying to crush the energy of the oppression. Now, it sounds violent, but there are also two sides to this path as well. A big part of it for me has been saying, I am not giving my energy to this by simply inwardly within myself deeming it as not important what this person's trying to get a reaction out of me. It's not important, the level of anxiety that this person is trying to push out. I'm going to push that and disperse it away from me. It's about maintaining inner focus and inner peace, whatever that means to you. However you find that to be the divine expression that you came down here to be and to lead the life that you're supposed to. So I urge everyone to go within and to be honest with themselves and others about where they're at in their lives and where you are supposed to get to. That God-given dream. But this video's getting a little long here, at least yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like. Also, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, what's working, what is not working. I'm always open to feedback and also just any general discussion. So inbox me, whatever you'd like. Anyway, have a great rest of your day and enjoy.